Hey, God bless everyone. Youth Armed in God Ministry back for another video. Apart from the Bible, dreams are one of the main ways God speaks to people. Why is this the case? Because everyone dreams. No matter your culture, beliefs, race, or what part of the world you're in, everyone dreams. Job chapter 33 verses 2 to 3 says, "For God speaks in one way, and in two, though man does not perceive it, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men. Then he opens the ears of men and terrifies them with warning." Before I go into some specific tips to help you interpret dreams, keep in mind that not all dreams are spiritual. By this I mean God is not speaking to you through every dream you have. Some dreams are just the result of your mind processing daily events and information. The first thing you must do before interpreting a dream is identify whether the dream is from God. Dreams are basically stories, and so to understand them, it's helpful to use the 5 W's, specifically the who and the what. The who is the source, or who is speaking to you in your dreams. Is what is shown to you aligned with God's nature as shown through Scripture? Are the words given to you in harmony with the Bible? If so, the dream is likely from God. The what is the instruction, aka what you are told to say or to do through a dream. Do the instructions given in the dream contradict the Bible? Are what you are told to do or say in the dream aligned with what God has already said about your life before? 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, God is not the author of confusion. If so, then the dream is likely from God. Do not bother analyzing and much less trying to find the application of a dream if it does not come from God. As mentioned, dreams are stories, and so interpreting them works much like interpreting stories in literature. Stories have story elements, and I'm going to look at a few of those elements to help you interpret dreams. Number 1, the setting/environment. Just like an author who writes a book may use the weather such as stormy clouds to represent danger, the environments in your dreams can represent all types of things, including but not limited to danger, emotions, etc. The environment can even foreshadow future events, positive or negative, so pay attention to those details. For example, people often dream of being in a place that is inundated with water or even hit by a tsunami. This does not necessarily mean a natural disaster is coming, but rather strong trials and circumstances. Remember, dreams more often than not are symbolic and not literal. Tip number 2 for interpreting your dreams, look at the plot/events. The plot refers to the sequence of events in a story, and this can be seen through a story mountain, aka the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. To properly interpret any spiritual dream, we must consider and break down the events. For example, one time in a dream, I saw certain events play out where God told me a specific person in church authority would speak rudely to me, and God made it clear not to react to him. It was either the following day or a few days later after the dream that the exact same person I saw in my dream spoke rudely and harshly to me. However, the dream's forewarning of the future events helped me remain calm in the situation. Tip number 3, symbols. A symbol is an object that represents something other than its literal self. For example, some popular symbols are the heart, which can represent love, friendship, affection, etc. Another example would be a skull, which can represent danger, death, and so forth. Symbols can come almost through anything in a dream, so pay careful attention. However, they are usually seen through people or some type of object. For instance, I have often dreamed of certain preachers coming up to me to tell me God is going to do this and that in my life, and it happened just like they said it would, except that the person who told me such things while not dreaming was not the person in the dream. In other words, God may use the faces of others in your dreams to symbolically represent his voice, such as a pastor or a preacher you really admire. Tip number 4, the theme. A theme in literature is the overall message an author wants the audience to learn. While there may be several messages in a dream, there is often one unifying message in a spiritual dream given by the author, in this case God. And if you probe enough, you can discover it. The message could be about not giving up in tough circumstances. It might be about avoiding certain opportunities that appear will bless you but will actually hold you back spiritually, etc. Themes can be easier to find in dreams that repeat, so pay special attention to those dreams that reappear over and over again. For instance, since I was a teenager, maybe even younger, I would constantly have dreams about being a great leader and leading others, which I came to later find out was communicating my pastoral calling. Before I wrap up this video, here are some biblical purposes for why dreams may be given to you. Number 1, to impart. 1 Kings 3 verses 1 to 12. God imparted unparalleled wisdom to King Solomon through a dream. Number 2, to instruct. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 2 verses 13 to 15, Joseph was instructed to run away to Egypt to protect baby Jesus. Number 3, to warn. In the same passage of scripture, Joseph is also warned that Herod wants to kill Jesus, which is why he's told to flee. Number 4, rebuke. In Genesis chapter 20 verses 3 to 7, King Abimelech is told not to touch Abraham's wife, Sarah. On this note, God can even talk to unbelievers through dreams. Dreams can also be used to correct, confirm, and much more. And that's all I have for this video. Keep in mind, these aren't the only ways to interpret spiritual dreams, but just some ways. As always, thanks for watching, and remember, where the youth lead, the world follows.